House Leader of the Third Party.
Speaker, yesterday I spoke to the previous member from Saanich North in the Islands who encountered a bear while fishing in the Goldstream River, a precious ecosystem that's under threat from a completely unnecessary ecosystem-killing highway expansion proposal. Adam Olsen said he and the bear happily coexisted without conflict because there is enough salmon in the river for both of them. Our province is a bit like that river, but food isn't being shared with everyone. That inequality is rupturing our social cohesion. British Columbia has the worst inequality in Canada, with the poorest 20% of households holding only 3% of disposable income. This isn't only unfair, it's dangerous. According to United Nations report released today, there's a direct link between inequality, an insufficient social security system, and the rise of far-right extremism. My question is to the Premier. Inequality is driving an us-against-them mentality. Is he the least bit worried that his failure to address inequality is rupturing the social cohesion of this province?
Minister of Social Development and Poverty Reduction.
Mr. Speaker, the world does feel very uncertain right now. We recognize the pressure that people are under across the globe because of inflation impacts. Our government has made poverty reduction a priority since our very first year in government. British Columbia was the last place in the country to not have a poverty reduction strategy. We brought one in 2018. We brought in another one last year. And it is informed across government the annual increases to minimum wage, the highest minimum wage in the country other than Prince Edward Island. Historic investments in food growing and food distribution to help people tackle the incredibly increased cost of groceries. Improved employment planning so that people that need a little bit of an extra lift up can get employment supports so that they can participate more fully in community and economy. That's good for everybody. And as we discussed yesterday, historic increases in income assistance and PWD support. There's more for us to do. We're continuing to do the work because we know everybody does better when they get a little bit of extra help. Thank you.
Member supplemental.
Mr. Speaker, we've heard it over and over. The government's coffers are empty and everybody's got to tighten their belts. Let's start by cutting corporate subsidies and handouts to fossil fuel companies. Next, we can look to BC's wealthiest 1% who aren't paying their fair share. That would start to balance the scales and make life more livable for the working class. 3 in 10 British Columbians are eating less every month to make ends meet. Meanwhile, the province finds another $200 million to fund fossil fuel infrastructure. So when we're looking for ways to balance BC's budget, we should start at the top. My question is to the Premier. Why is his government cutting social services and giving massive handouts to corporations and billionaires when he should be doing the opposite? Thank you.
Minister.
Mr. Speaker, let me speak to the approach that our government has been bringing in contrast to when the opposition was in power. Income assistance frozen for a decade under the opposition when they were in power, a 73% increase.
Members, it's members. Minister, please complete.
Thank you. They brought in mean-spirited barriers to people that needed help the most, canceling the disability bus pass, for example. We brought it back. The opposition
Members. Order, members. Members, members, take it easy. Please conclude.
We're proud of the investments that we have made in people that need extra help, that need a lift up. We're going to continue to do that work, guided by our poverty reduction strategy. It's a record we'll continue to build on.